Chris Johnson was the number one fantasy player this week as he completely tore apart the Bills' defense. Drew Brees continues his dominance as he and CJ were the only two players to get over 30 yards. Fun fact, every team that had Drew Brees won this week. No, seriously, I lost 2 out of 3 games. And the game that I won is the team that had Drew Brees as my starting QB. And in my other 2 leagues, I lost the game, and the opponent I was playing had Drew Brees as their starting QB. What a week. And it also helps that Vincent Jackson had a huge day. After all the Week 7 games have been played, Alfred Morris is back to being the number 3 fantasy back for the season. If I didn't say it already, which I know I did, I just felt like saying it again, Alfred Morris is now considered a must start. Ray Rice and Arian Foster, the only ones not getting more points than him. And Mike Williams, he had a disappointing day, especially when you considering how big a day Josh Freeman had. And the Steelers defense held AJ Green to just 1 catch for 8 yards. However, the catch was in the end zone, so it wasn't the worst stat line ever, and he continues a great start to his career. But fantasy owners would have definitely loved to see better. And without AJ Green's production, Andy Dalton's numbers took a huge hit. And Rashad Jennings is back in the picture. MJD went down with an injury and is expected to miss at least a week, if not more. Jennings took over for MJD and got double-digit points and should do a good job in MJD's absence. And Ben Tate was actually on a decent pace. He had 10 carries for 47 yards before he left the game with an injury. As I mentioned before, he was only worth picking up because of the bye weeks and all the injuries. And Hakeem Nicks, Ray Rice, and Aaron Hernandez, they each had horrible days. Each one of them had 5.4 points this week. Hernandez and Nicks are still rehabbing injuries, while Rice is simply the product of poor coaching. The Ravens completely abandoned their running game, which should never happen when you have a back like Ray Rice. Meanwhile, Gronkowski had over 70 yards and 2 touchdowns, so kudos to those who stayed patient with him while he fought through his injuries. His numbers are not the reason that I'm saying he's back. It's because watching the game, seeing how he moved on field, it looked like the hip was no longer bothering him. He had his athleticism back. He could hit those turns more smoothly. So yeah, it looks like he's finally healthy again. And even though Hernandez only had 5 points this week, once he is fully recuperated from his injury, he should be putting up some bigger numbers as well. And then next week, you have the Ravens, the Bills, the Bengals, and the Texans all on bye week. So obviously, Arian Foster and Ray Rice owners, you're definitely going to have to look elsewhere. And Bengals are on bye, so of course AJ Green owners are going to have to find some good receivers. And the Bills, well, CJ Spiller and Fred Jackson have done a great job all season. And they have had some pretty decent production throughout the year. Not to mention that Ryan Fitzpatrick had actually been playing pretty decent at quarterback position. He is the top free agent in fantasy right now. I say that because he earns more points than anyone else in free agency. And it's actually kind of a shock that he's still available in free agency. People are kind of scared to take that move. Anyways, happy Tuesday, everybody. I guess when you're seeing this, it'll be happy Wednesday because right now my internet is out. I'm trying my best to see if I can get this fixed. I'll just find a place to go to upload this, but more than likely it's gonna be uploaded Wednesday morning. Sorry for the delay. Hopefully all this shit can get resolved because I love being able to do everything from just the comfort of my home, and this just kind of sucks right now. So yeah, see you on Friday.